Get ready for Bitcoin. You want to know the last information about the crypto world? Smash the like button. It's time for Crypto News. Crypto to the max with Rodrigo Arnedo. Today, we're happy again with Bitcoin because we come from tears to joy. You can see that we started a new era of Bitcoin above 100K. After 44 days, we broke that row and now we are 2 to 3 days above the line. So good for Bitcoin. It's just above 106%, and we have this cat enjoying it, just dancing, because of course we like Bitcoin being above 106. Remember this chart? We're nailing it with these parallel channels. Right now we climb to this one above 105, and it seems that we're going to find their support, even though you never know. Seems that we already found the bottom for this debacle, for this food, for this fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And precisely this is what Ted is telling us here. Every major food marks the absolute bottom for Bitcoin. With war de-escalation, the bottom is in or very close. Maybe the case. You believe that's the case? You can see in the chart provided that we found support with Silvergate liquidity worries, also with FTX liquidation of assets fear. Then we had Japan carry trade, also when Trump revealed the tariffs. And right now, this Iranian conflict might be all the food we had to endorse for this cycle. If that's the case, we might be just getting ready for continuing the pattern that we were following. You can see here in the chart how the situation right now compared with 2017 is almost exactly. So we are just missing the banana phase, the parabolic mode when we go to new all-time highs. And today I provide you with this new chart. Here Cyclop is comparing the situation right now, the war 2025 with COVID 2020, that crisis. And you can see in the chart that price of Bitcoin's behavior is almost exactly the same. Well, if that's the case, it seems that we still need to go a little bit lower and then we'll start going up. He says that he believes we are in an obvious bull setup, and Bitcoin mirroring this March 2020 1-to-1 means that Bitcoin and altcoins are going to rally. We'll see about that. But this make me thought that I told you in yesterday's video that I believe that every cycle we are having the same things. And I told you about the destruction weapons, allegedly Bin Laden and all Al-Qaeda and all that had in the past. Now we had Iran with the nuclear bomb. Also, we had economic crisis in the past, like 2008. We have, health crisis like COVID, of course. And I went to ChatGPT and I asked about this crazy theory. And of course, it told me about 9/11. He told me about Lehman Brothers and the crisis of 2008. Also, the pandemic we had with the pigs in 2009. We had, that rescue in Greece for the banks, the Corralito, if you remember, Argentina and Greece. Also, we have Ebola and Zika as health crisis. And, of course, COVID. We had Ukraine and Russia. And now we have Israel and Iran. So, yeah, maybe it's the case. In this question, ChatGPT answered me that this is fed by the legacy media. That, we have politicians and we have all these elections all over the world, especially United States, and we have legacy media. And it seems that they have this pattern, so we pay attention to what they are doing and they make us vote this and that. What do you think about that? I'm not talking about any specific politically party, but just the whole thing. Is a scam? Well, maybe so. Any case, Bitcoin right now seems, in my opinion, that needs to go lower. Why? Because we have a gap in the CME futures in 106 100. So yeah, I believe we have to close that one before going higher. And you know, and I'm gonna tell you no more about that today, that I believe that we are expected to be going down till August, as we saw in this chart, and not going up like crazy like we saw in this one. I believe we need to wait till November to be in 120, but we'll see about that. Remember, if you don't know about this information, you have it all in previous videos. Today we watch the market, and China is going crazy up, Japan is going up. Yesterday United States were going up too. Seems that everything's okay now. I told you in previous videos that the ceasefire between Iran and Israel was weak in my opinion. We had this small crisis. We'll see if the crisis is over. I still expect some collateral things with all that. Seems to me so simple, too easy. And when I apply the logic says that it's not over. So, we'll see about that. Any case, we had other pieces of information yesterday, like, for example, Jerome Powell talk in Congress or Senate, I'm not sure right now. And, I watched the whole thing, and he said that they are not cutting the rates because credible forecasters inside and outside the Fed expect a meaningful rise on inflation over the course of this year. In my opinion, making all this political is not just data anymore. It's just, in my opinion, politics, even though they say, of course, it's not politics. But, people like J.D. Vance was slamming the Powell's arguments because they cut 50 points right before the election, and they can do it right now when the inflation is lower. So, of course, this is all a game they are playing. Anyways, they still expect 2/4 points rate cuts by the end of year. They are making us fear those tariffs. They are making us fear that inflation is going to go higher because of that. If this is not politics, what is? Any case, the odds for a rate cut increase for July at 18.6, and it is higher if we think about September. It goes to 51% chance of a 25 basic points cut. We'll see about that. Jerome Powell talked a lot about cryptocurrencies, and he says that banks are free to conduct cryptocurrencies activities. We know that, but it's good to be heard, as Jerome Powell is there. And every institution knows about it already. Fidelity, BlackRock, they are buying like crazy. You know about that. I tell you in every video. I tell you almost in every video that Metaplanet is buying more Bitcoin. Is the case again, they're raising money for buying more, but we have a new Michael Saylor out there. Pomplianos just created a company and bought a lot of Bitcoin, like $392 million in Bitcoin. Michael Saylor said it's a good start, another competitor for this strategy. And talking about Michael Saylor and strategy, they say they have a 91% chance for MSTR qualifying for Standard & Poor's in 6 days. This is huge for the company. It might keep on rising. And talking about ETFs and institution, President Trump's Truth Social filed for a Bitcoin ETF with the NYCE. So nice for that too. And about Trump, he's allegedly, according to this tweet, nominated for Nobel Peace Prize for efforts to resolve Iran-Israel conflict. This is what Fox said. We'll see about that. Allegedly, Elon Musk was going to be nominated too, but he doesn't want the prize. And good for Donald Trump and bad also for Donald Trump. A new bill calls for a crypto ban on Trump. The Coin Act would stop Trump and his family and other top officials from issuing or endorsing crypto while in office and even 2 years after. A clear shot at Trump's growing crypto ties. What do you think about this? I don't think this is going to come into fruition, but we'll see about that. And more about ETFs. Japan just proposed to allow Bitcoin ETFs and cut capital gain taxes. Ashes coming, so buckle up. Not just Japan. Turkey is news today, but in a bad way. Turkey will require crypto platforms to verify source and purpose of transfer impose withdrawal delays, and limit stablecoin transactions to 3K daily and 50K monthly. Is this true? If this is true, not good for crypto regulation in Turkey. We'll see about that. And as we talk about regulation, remember that if you are in Spain, you need to do your tax report. You're running out of time. Link in the description below. For coin tracking, you have a 10% discount in the best crypto portfolio tracker, the one that I personally use. More good news today. We have an association between Chainlink and MasterCard. It's a major step forward in accelerating global on-chain adoption, unlocking direct fiat to crypto access for billions of cardholders through one of the world's largest payment networks. We're making, they say, the on-chain economy universally accessible, bringing it to everyday users. Huge for Chainlink. Of course, MasterCard, Visa, we told you they are scared about stablecoins, but they don't want to die, so they are adapting. They are going to provide services. MasterCard is integrating Paxos, Fiserv, and PayPal, so they also have their stablecoins, USDT, FIUSD, and PYUSD. Huge for that too. And huge for Link. Right now, everybody, people like Quinn, so bullish on Link because they believe that every bank that wants to launch a stablecoin is going to need it. 3 billion MasterCard users are using it already. In 2021, Link hit $55 without this. Today it's still under $20. So he's FOMOing you big time. Remember our chart. We still believe that Chainlink is going to go at least to $87, if not $100. This is not financial advice. Maybe not at all, but maybe this is the case. And we nail our target. Consider more good news like this one. The U.S. Director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, Bill Pult, said the agency is looking to explore how cryptocurrency holdings could count toward mortgage qualification requirements. This is huge, as huge is that you can now use taxes in the UAE accepting crypto. Abu Dhabi just rolled out a crypto payment for taxi rights using AE coin, a dirham-backed stable coins. So good for the Habibis. I have to use it. I will record a video doing so and tell you how is the experience. But you can see that here in Dubai and UAE, we are having the crypto adoption for good. But it's for the altcoins today, mostly in the red. And what's funny to watch this altcoin daily tweet when we can see the psychological sentiment for altcoins, and we went to depression and deeper depression, and then we were wrecked and wrecked, ultimately wrecked, annihilation, and then Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event. We believe that we will still have an altcoin season. We'll see about that. And we have good news for Cardano holders. It seems that if you held ADA and other assets in your wallet at the time of the snapshot, June 11th, 2025, you are eligible to a token that I have no idea whatsoever what it's all about. It's called Night, and it seems you need to have more than $100 in ADA in order to qualify. We still need to wait. In July, we will have this claim open for 60 days. So, as usual, do not fall into scams, into phishing attacks. We have to wait. I will tell you all about this in the future. And today I want to say goodbye with this lady. She's using Lightning Network in Costa Rica for the sale of some eggs. This is the future. No intermediaries and everybody happy with the fast transaction on Bitcoin. I want to provide you with a trick. Maybe you didn't know this tip, but if you are using Pacman, this is a sweet spot right there where you can see it is right now, and there the ghost will not eat you ever. So that's the place for holding your cryptocurrencies. Nice tip of the day, and we say goodbye with this cat that is 0% in pain but 100% in drama, like a lot of people in the cryptosphere. We keep on learning about all this, of course, here in Rodrigo Arnedo, Noticias Bitcoin, Crypto News, health, money, love, poor in peace, and the best is yet to come. To the moon!